Oh, there it goes.
So these are all meeting in the middle. Hey, Bigfoot Tony here. Take a look at this. So, according to some people, this white object here is a Sasquatch, and it's clearly moving. And when you scroll forward here, it's gone. Well, that clearly must mean that it's moved, right? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide. But here's my, as they say in the US, my 2 cents. I'll leave the various links, video links to his own breakdowns and his own takes on this. So basically, what's happened is the situation is I actually approached Michigan Sasquatch and asked him if I could do a breakdown on this. Initially I thought there was something there, and then I realized there wasn't. And I asked him if it was okay if I did a breakdown. For me, it was like a kind of a lesson in parallax. I said that, my point of view, that I don't think it is a Bigfoot, and so he said, okay, fine. He's all for the truth and everything. So I did the breakdown, and I guess it was bound to happen in the end. The comments started coming from other people, from my subscribers, saying, it's just a blob squatch, and how can anyone think that this is a Bigfoot? And then he publicly comes out and starts calling me names, Bigfoot phony. This is the Bigfoot community, that we are in today. This is the sad sort of reality. Ungrateful people saying that they want the truth, and then they don't actually like the sound of the truth.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
So he's still saying that this is a Bigfoot and it's moving, and the head is moving, blah blah blah. Okay, so what we have here, I'll scroll forward. I keep saying to people, at the end of the day, I have experience in this. I am a professional. I have been paid to this kind of work, so I do know what I'm talking about. Even though in this case, it's clear, absolutely clear. I mean, anyone can see that this is just a blob. And if you want to call this evidence or proof, then go ahead. If this is the level of evidence that you are happy with as proof, then go ahead. That's your choice. This here is a stick coming probably off the tree behind this one. You see the stick here? There's an outline here, and an outline here. This stick is dividing there's a tree in the background, which I've already told you in the first breakdown, and this is given the appearance that there's a head moving on whatever this is. So the tree in the background, this stick is dividing it, giving the impression that it has a head, and that the head is moving. So as I scroll forward here, you can see this. So he's saying that is a Bigfoot, and it has a head, and the head is turning and it's moving. When I've clearly said, and you can see here also towards the end of this clip, this white area is connected to this kind of lighter area here. It's all one. It's all moving. If you watch here in the background, you can see it's all moving as I scroll back and forth. Meaning it's all one. It's all one object. So this darkness here is probably just a shadow of another tree. from the strong light of the torch. And you know, if I've also made videos about resolution, pareidolia, explaining that what you're seeing here is not the true image. This is probably just it's just probably the bark on the tree. You know, if you're really happy with this kind of detail, and if you want to call this a Bigfoot, go ahead. I'm done with this breakdown. I shouldn't even bothered to do this, really. And also later on in the video, I forget the time. There is this part where he continues back to the area, and we see that the object is still there. Just here. So the same thing is still there in the same place. Anyway, this is an inanimate object. This is probably a tree, like I say, a tree in the background. Now I pause here because, so this is what we're looking at, the same thing, and it's still there in the same place. People will say, wait a minute, I can see a face. I can see red eye shine. Well, I'll leave the link to my pareidolia video, and like I say, the differences between quality DSLR sharp images video compared to you know, blurry images, blurry video, and which will explain to you, it's obvious anyway, that this is, and what we're seeing now is not the true image, when actually this is just a blur. It's out of focus and it's blurry. The same as this leaf here. I mean, some people will even say that this is this bush here is a face of a Bigfoot. You know, if you say that this is eye shine, then you're gonna have to say this is eye shine, this is red eye shine, and this is red eye shine, this. You know, I could pick out 50, 100 faces. And there's another one here, another face is a nose, mouth, eyes, nose, mouth, you know. So if you say that this is a face, then you're going to have to say that this is a sad face here, look. And there's a little face here. There's a face up here, and there's a face here. You know, so there's like a whole clan just in this one tree. Okay. You know, what happens is people go out and they film structures and they film and I believe Bigfoot built structures also, stick leans, tree leans, and this kind of thing, arches. But you know, there comes a time where you film so much of that you just get tired, and you start to see things, and you start to see faces, and you start reaching, you know, for something because you want more. You know, you want more. And as I'm scrolling back and forth now, is people thinking, but that's a face. That's a face. This is a face. No, it's not. It's not. It's junk. That's all. Unless you had a large object, clearly a figure moving, head, arms, legs, body moving across, then maybe you can say this is something. But as it is now, no. It's not. It's nothing. As they say, you know, you're reaching for something which isn't there. Okay. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think.